Good afternoon viewers, this is Pratik Reddy reporting from LTEveS, your money, our advice. This is the post-market session and here is a look at the headlines. On the Indian front, volatility ruled the roost today as key benchmark indices cut gains in the mid-afternoon trade as European stocks and US index futures fell. The benchmark Nifty snapped its 7 days winning streak on the back of a profit booking in metal, technology, telecom, oil and gas, power sectors. However, financial and really select auto company shares were on the buyer's radar despite the hike in key rates by the RBI. The Sensex closed at 19,435 points, down by 67 points, and the Nifty was at 5831, down by 29 points. The RBI, or the Reserve Bank of India, has increased its repo rate by 25 basis points to 6% and the reverse repo rate by 50 basis points to 5%. Moving on the European front, European stocks declined after a report showed that UK retail sales fell in August to 0.3% from 1.1%. The key benchmark indices in France, UK, Germany were down by 0.19 to 0.30%. The British sales saw a 0.5% monthly decline in August as the government data showed today. Sales were up by 0.4% compared to the same month last year. Economists had forecast a 0.3% monthly rise and a 2% year-on-year rise. Right, we'll be back with the currency segment. Don't go anywhere after this short commercial. We are back on live tips with Navneet, a commodity expert. Welcome to live tips, Navneet.
Thank you, Pratik.
Right, Navneet, the Eurozone economic data was released in the afternoon. Give us the details.
Yeah. As we were discussed in the afternoon session, we were expecting the UK retail sales and EU trade data to come in. Actually, the UK retail sales dipped to minus 0.5% as against the 0.3% that was expected by the market. They put some selling pressure on base metals and crude oil prices. EU trade was unexpected data which came in. Actually, EU trade unexpectedly rose to 6.7 billions as against the 1.5 billion that was expected. Rise. Yeah, that was a big rise, and as the market was expecting it to come in a lower mode because euro has bounced back from the lows during the last two trading months. Short covering was witnessed in commodities after this data release.
Right, what is expected in the US economic data release?
Yeah. Today is a very important day for the US economic data calendar because we are expecting the initial jobless claim data to come in. That is a very crucial data for the market and also for the economy to watch out for. Initial claims numbers are expected to increase to 460k as against the 451k that was the previous value. And jobless continuous claim is expected to dip marginally to 4.46 million versus a 4.478 million that was the previous value. And this is a marginal dip in jobless claim that is expected, but the initial claims will be the key data to watch out for. The PPI MM expected to increase to 0.3% as against a 0.2% that is the previous value. And overall, the data release that is expected is totally supportive for bullions, and we are seeing some buying coming in bullions during this time of the trading session.
Right, I mean, moving on, give us a technical level for all the commodities.
Yes. Gold is having a very crucial support at $1271, and that is a very crucial support because if that is broken on the downside with volumes, and $1265 is on the cards. But 1276 is a very good resistance level, and currently the commodity is trading above this level at this one, that is at $1277 it is currently trading. So if this level is hold on during the US trading session, then we can expect the prices to test the $1292 on the upside. And remember that the commodity is already trading much above the previous high levels. The silver price is having resistance at $20.82, and the $21 will be the next level to watch out for in case of good volume build-up happening during the US trading session. And $20.57 is a very good support on the downside. In case of crude oil, $76 is a very good resistance on the upside, and $74.45 is a very good support on the downside. We expect the market to consolidate in between these two levels as we discussed in the afternoon session. Some of the data which came in yesterday is actually negative for crude oil prices. So we expect some consolidation to happen in crude oil prices during the US trading session. In case of copper, 344.15 is a very good support for prices, and 346.60 is a very good resistance on the upper side. Currently it is trading at the $347.55 levels. And in case of copper and base metals also, some consolidation is expected in the market, and it is expected that market will not be breaking below the $342.50 and the $348.75 on the upside during the short and medium term.
Right, thank you, Navneet. Don't go away, we'll be back with the derivative segment soon after this short commercial. Welcome back viewers, and to discuss the derivative segment we have with us Mohan. Mohan, welcome to Live Tips.
Thank you, Pradeep.
Right, Mohan, provide us an outlook on the F&O segment.
Yeah, fine. I saw that today Nifty open interest was 5.1%, which shows some decrease in the price of 0.2%. I mean 0.22. It was some profit booking in the later session. While mini Nifty open interest was decreased by 8.2%.
Any particular reason for this decrease?
Yeah, I saw that since from last 7 days, Nifty has rallied much, and today we saw some profit booking in FI. So yesterday we saw some FI data was index future was a bit long, 64 crores, but in stock future net sell was 159 crores. That shows some weakness. I mean they are in the shorting stocks and bidding along in index futures. And also see the put call ratio was increased from 1.73 to 1.79. That is all time high. That shows some almost market is too much overbought situation. And even implied volatility at the money options was increased from 16 to 17%. So that's how the data which was supporting for the Nifty to book some profit booking.
Right, also talk us through the stocks which are moving well with good open interest and the stocks which are showing a decrease in price.
Yeah, fine. Stock features like a DLF open interest was 9.2% with an increase in a price of 3.49. Suzlon open interest was 6.13 with an increase in a price of 2.79. And we can see that Suzlon has given a trend breakout. So we can see some further up move in the Suzlon. It's a stock specific. We are still bullish. We are bullish on the Suzlon. And you can see that above 52 level, client can go with the target of 55 and 58 with a stop loss of 49.90. So in the Suzlon. And coming to other stocks like HDL's open interest was 7.21 with an increase in a price of 2.85. Maruti open interest was 28.44 with an increase in a price of 1.72. And Allahabad Bank 9.55 was open interest with an increase in a price of 0.89. And Grasim 15.82 with an increase in a price of 0.31%. Others good open interests are like HDFC, Arriva TD, SBI, M&M, Bhushan Steel. So, and these are all the sectors may perform positive in the further days.
And what about the sectors which have shown a decrease in price levels?
Yeah, open interest decrease. Open interest, increase in open interest and decrease in price like Bharti Airtel. So Bharti Airtel open interest was 13.25 with a decrease in a price of 1.85, and Exide open interest was 49.03 with a decrease in a price of 4.85, and Pantaloons open interest was 28.68 with a decrease in a price of 4.94, and Canara Bank open interest was 11.67 with a decrease in a price of 1.03. Federal Bank open interest was 10.83 with a decrease in a price of 2.10. And other stocks with a good open interest and decrease in a price are like Oriental Bank and Bank India and Divi's Lab, Hindustan Zinc, Balrampur Chini, United Phosphorus, Zeal, Syntex. So we saw some today some short building on most of all these stocks. So we can see some negative bias in the further days in this.
Alright, thank you, Mohan.
Thank you.
Don't go away, viewers. We still have the currency market to discuss. Welcome back viewers, and to discuss the last segment of the day, we have with us Vivek. Vivek, welcome to Live Tips.
Thank you, Pradeep.
Right, Vivek, quickly let us know the breakup of the currency market in the international front.
Euro USD is trading at a bullish continuation pattern, which had made a pennant breakout of 1.2950 level. It may move uptrend level of 1.330 level. On the downside, it may go if it crosses 1.2908 level, then we can see some selling pressure on that.
Right, moving on, what about the USD JPY?
Intraday bias USD JPY remains on the upside, 84.72 minor support, which is minor support level of that. Current strong rally of 82.86 is still expected to continue at the level, means it will go more further 85.89 resistance next. In the other hand, downside will be limited downside 84.72, which is capped, will indicate temporary small downside level. And coming to the GBP USD, rebound of 1.5296 extend further high level, which made 1.5650 level so far. So if it is breaks of 1.596 level, strong resistance level, it may move further uptrend.
Well, Vivek, we witnessed some volatility in the domestic market. What could be the reasons behind that volatility?
Strong economic data which came from UK, which retail sales, which made impact on the Euro INR. Euro INR was trading before European session 60.75 level. But when its data was released, which was strong positive for the Euro, it went 60.75 levels. And coming to the about GBP USD, which was negative data, it came from 72.17 level to 71.75 levels. So there is fluctuation between, there was no correlation between Euro INR and GBP INR. Coming to the JPY INR, it is from 3 days, it is bearish continuation pattern. I can see further continuation, bearish continuation pattern till 54.00 level for next week.
Well, thank you, Vivek.
Thank you.
That's it for now, viewers. We'll be back tomorrow with more news on your favorite network, LTEveS, where your money is our advice.